She said, darling, I'm in love with your mind. The way you treat me is so kind. Love to see you again, I wish I had more time. She was laughing as she brushed my cheek. Why don't you call me angel, maybe next week? Love to see you again, wish I had more time. But I misunderstood. But I misunderstood. But I misunderstood. Thought she was saying good luck, she was saying goodbye. But I misunderstood. But I misunderstood. But I misunderstood. Thought she was saying good luck, she was saying goodbye. Things I try to put shine in her eyes, wire wheels and shimmering things, wild nights when the whole world seemed to fly. She said the thing that's so unique, when we're together we don't have to speak. We'll always be such good friends, you and I. But I misunderstood. But I misunderstood. Well, I misunderstood. Thought she was saying good luck, she was saying goodbye. But I misunderstood. Well, I misunderstood. Well, I misunderstood. Thought she was saying good luck, she was saying good. Thought she was saying good luck, she was saying good. Thought she was saying good luck, she was saying goodbye. She was saying goodbye. She was saying. She was saying goodbye. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you. Thanks. This next one is another Richard Thompson. And it's pretty much a simple love song, unlike the previous one. No deception involved. And it's really about someone who's a true believer. It's called Persuasion. Tempted by the promise of another life, but time has fled. There's a constant battle running through my head, and I don't know what to do. 'cause I still believe. After all the foolish things that we've been through, I could always make a start on something new. 'Cause I've always been a man who's open to persuasion. Blind romance, there'll be no half measures given half a chance. But we never learn, trusting in the fire while the cruel flames burn. And we need to repair what was never there, what got left behind. After all the foolish things you put me through, I could always make a start on something new. 'Cause I'll always be a man who's open to persuasion. And it's written in my heart, and so everyone can see it. And it's written in my soul. After all, I still believe it. Don't you know? I still believe it. Oh, I still believe. I don't know what to do, 'cause I still believe. After all the foolish things that we've been through, I could always make a start on something new. 'Cause I'll always be a man who's open to persuasion. Persuasion. Oh yes, I still believe it. Oh yes, I still believe it. Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know? Oh, persuasion. I still believe it. I still believe. Thank you. So these next songs are it's a medley of a couple of pretty old songs, and I brought along a couple of sheets. If you're interested later, you can take a look at these. So these are what are called broadsheets, so they're like newspapers. Really cheap, large print. So this one's from the early 1800s, and it gives the name of the song and the lyrics. This particular song, though, is from about 1640. The kind of the lyrics and the basic idea of it. The lyrics that I'll be singing are essentially from Sir Walter Scott in 1816, and it's about an old man who comes down to the stream and he sees a young woman there who's very crying and upset, and he says, "Oh, why don't you come with me? You can marry my son." And but she's missing her beloved, whose name is Jock Hazelden, and that's the name of the song. "Why weep ye by the tide, lady? Why weep ye by the tide? I'll wed ye to my youngest son, and ye shall be his bride. Ye shall be his bride, lady, so comely to be seen, but she let the tears fall down for Jock Hazelden." And then the other one is also Scottish, from about the same time period, 1680. It's called "The Week Before Easter." It has a couple of alternative names, the way some of these old British folk songs do. The False-Hearted Lover, The False Bride, or I Once Loved a Lass. And it's essentially about a bridegroom who shows up at the church, and the bride has married somebody else. It's I loved a lady fair this many a day, and now to requite me, she's married away. Here she now hath left me in sorrow to stay. So anyway, that one's called The Week Before Easter, at least. That's the version that I call it. So, Jocko Hazeldean and The Week Before Easter. Thank you. Thanks. So from the 17th century to some rock and roll, sort of. Here's a song from The Who called Love Ain't for Keeping. Laying on my back on the newly mown grass. Rain is falling down, but I know the clouds won't pass. You bring me tea, say the babes are sleeping. Lay down beside me, love ain't for keeping. Black ash from the foundry hangs like a hood. The air is perfumed by burning firewood. Seeds are bursting, spring is creeping. Lay down, my darling, love ain't for keeping. Lay down beside me, love ain't for keeping. Lay down, my darling, love ain't for keeping. Lay down beside me, love ain't for keeping. Thank you. Thanks. This one's also modern, and it's from a wonderful singer named LaMontagne. Everything's going flat. All the moisture in the air, I guess. This one's called For the Summer. Rolling through these hills, I'd known I'd be coming. Ain't a man alive who likes to be alone. Been a while since I've seen my lady smile. Have I been away so long? I am tired, Can I come home for the summer? We could slow down for a little while, get back to loving each other. Leave all those long and lonesome miles behind. Through the years I have learned some things worth the telling. And you'd be right in guessing that each and every lesson, they were hard won. I am tired, I am tired. Can I come home for the summer? We could slow down for a little while, get back to loving each other. Leave all those long and lonesome miles behind. You'll follow, you'll find a way, 'cause you love her and you just want her to know that you'll follow her, you'll find a way, 'cause you love her and you just want her to know. Thank you. Thanks. So on to another more rock and rolly song, and this one is pretty much completely explained by the title. It's called "You Don't Understand Me." Poor thing, right? I feel so misunderstood. Don't understand me, but if the feelings were right, you might comprehend me. Maybe I just don't see the reason, but in the court of my heart, your ignorance is treason. But there's always another point of view, another way to do the things we do. And how can you know me and I know you, when nothing is true? What do you think that you are doing? And who is the fool? Fool, oh, the fool that you are fooling. And maybe I just don't see the reason, but in the court of my heart, your ignorance is treason. But there's always another point of view, another way to do the things we do. And how can you know me and I know you? You think you know how it feels. There's no such thing, it's not real. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, oh, oh. Don't understand me, but if the feelings were right, I might comprehend me. And I don't claim to understand you, but I've been looking around, haven't found anybody like you. But there's always another point of view, another way to do the things we do. And how can you know me and I know you? Thanks. Thank you. So this is a song by Sam Phillips, and you know, the saying goes that we're all in the same boat, but then the counter saying is, well, some of us are in super yachts and some of us are in leaky life rafts, so we're really not all in the same boat. We might all be in the same storm, and we're all subject to the same sort of pressures, but some of us are in better situations than others. Anyway, this song is called Same Rain. I love, I love. I went to the sun, it was so hot. Went to the moon, it was so cold. Went to the mountain, it was so young. Went to the ocean, it was so old. Is it the same rain falls on the holy man? Is it the same rain falls on the lying hand? Is it the same rain falls on me? I knew a man, a refugee. Survival was his art. All that he held valuable, he carried in his heart. Is it the same rain falls on the mountain face? Is it the same rain falls on the prison gate? Is it the same rain falls on me? All the money in the world, all the power it can buy, cannot take hold inside? Is it the same rain falls on the raging sea? Is it the same rain falls on the hanging tree? Is it the same rain falls on me? Is it the same rain falls on the rich man's tomb? Is it the same rain falls on the poor man's room? Is it the same rain falls on me? Thank you. Thanks. So this one is from the mid-1960s. Simon and Garfunkel. One of their lesser-known hits, perhaps, but maybe even not a hit. This one's called Save the Life of My Child. Good God, don't jump! A boy sat on the ledge. An old man who had fainted was revived. And everyone agreed 'twould be a miracle indeed if the boy survived. Save the life of my child, cried the desperate mother. A woman from the supermarket ran to call the cops. He must be high on something, someone said. Though it never made the New York Times, in the Daily News, the caption read, Save the life of my child, cried the desperate mother. A patrol car passing by halted to a stop. Said Officer McDougal in dismay, the force can't do a decent job 'cause the kids got no respect for the law today. And blah, blah, blah. Save the life of my child, cried the desperate mother. What's becoming of the children? People asking each other. Darkness fell, excitement kissed the crowd and made them wild. An atmosphere, a freaky holiday. Spotlight hit the boy, the crowd began to cheer. He flew away. Oh my grace, I got no hiding place. Oh my grace, I got no hiding place. Oh my grace, I got no hiding place. Thank you. Thanks. So this next one is another one by Richard Thompson, and it is a character sketch of 4 different people, street people, in fact, living on the streets of London. And it's called The Sights and Sounds of London Town. I'm not happy with that tuning, so I'm going to try and tune that again. Something's not quite right. Well, Jillian, she's a Doncaster lass. She trains it down on the quarter past. Friday night leaves the kids alone and struts her stuff on the Euston Road, saying, would you like some company, darling? Would you like some company now? Your place or my place or no place at all. I could use the extra cash anyhow. And it's the sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Well, John Paul came over from Toulouse. They told him that London was the golden goose. He never did get quite enough to eat. He never did get his ass off up the street. He wanted to be a rap DJ. They took his pulse and they turned him away. Under the radar of your fellow man. So much charisma still ain't worth the damn. Saying, lend me your shoes till Monday. Brother, can you lend me a comb? I can wash dishes all night long. I just need my fare back home. And it's the sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Well, Jackie, she tried just about everything. She tried to dance, she tried to sing. So many doors slammed in your face, it leaves a nasty, bitter taste. She settles around for a little bit of cash to ease the pain with Mr. Flash. St. Anne's Court is the rendezvous for those who share your point of view, saying, this is the last time you'll see me, never again, no way. One last time, you'll never see me again. I just need to get through today. And it's the sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Well, Mickey, he sleeps every 2 or 3 days. He runs through Soho like a rat through a maze. Some blackmail here, sting on the side, enough to set up his next enterprise. He dresses expensive, but that's just a crutch. Like his word or his handshake, it don't mean much. Lives on the kickback from the middleman, and whatever he can beat out of Sally Ann, saying, lucky I'm the one you ran into. Lucky I've written the sign. Lucky I'm looking for a partner. 50-50 right down the line. And it's the sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Sights and sounds of London town. Thanks. Thank you. So this next one is one that I wrote, and how many, I don't know, maybe some people have seen that movie, The March of the Penguins. Yeah, it's about the emperor penguins in Antarctica. They live through the harshest conditions on Earth, and the mother lays an egg on the father's feet right before winter, and then she goes off in the ocean and feeds herself. And the father, all the fathers, huddle in a little crowd, each of them with eggs on their feet. And it's like minus 40, and there's a gale, right? And if the egg falls off the father's feet, it'll freeze in just a matter of seconds, and the egg the baby will die. So anyway, if you've seen them in action, what they do is the penguins on the upwind side take it as long as they can, and then they kind of shuffle into the middle, and they all go downwind, and so they slowly, circle and move, and hopefully the wind doesn't point them towards the ocean, because they'll fall in and it'll be a disaster. Anyway, I wrote the song. It's called When Penguins Dance, and it's full of completely unreliable biologic information. So, When Penguins Dance. I've been freezing in the dark for months, and my egg hasn't left my feet, not even once. His mama's out to sea, swimming in the water, while I'm here just being a dutiful father, doing the penguin dance. How I wish that spring would come. The wind is so cold and my butt so numb. If only penguins could lactate. But when she gets back, she probably just regurgitate to the penguin dance. Wearing this tuxedo, I look so formal, but I'm bursting with libido. I don't feel normal. So when she gets back, I might jump for joy, but then I'd probably drop my boy. How I wish that winter would end, sun would come out and my gonads descend. I haven't eaten since the due date. When she gets back, she'll probably have gained weight to the penguin dance. My mate's off duty, chowing on squid, while I'm here just trying to heat my kid. Though I'm dressed to kill, I just want to eat krill. I could use an insulator, I'm a penguin incubator. How I wish that spring would come. The wind is so cold and my butt's so numb. I haven't eaten since the due date. Tell me, how long must I stand and wait, do the penguin dance. Thank you very much. Thanks. All right, let's see. So this is another song by Richard Thompson. If you can't tell, I love his music quite a bit. And it is, in his own words, a kind of a dig on the Taliban from Afghanistan, who were out of power for a while and now are back in power. Not exactly friendly group of guys. Not exactly friendly to Western civilization, or their own classical civilization for that matter. And it's worth mentioning that Richard Thompson is himself a Muslim. So this is a critique from inside. So this song has a lot of name-dropping Western civilization names. It's called Outside of the Inside. Listen to Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker lived in vain. Blasphemer, womanizer, let a needle numb his brain. Wash away his monkey music, damn his demons, damn his pain. And what do we need Albert Einstein? What do we need physics for? Heresies is inspiration, corrupt and rotten to the core. Damn his devious mathematics, damn his deadly atom war. There's a message on the wind calling me to glory somewhere. There are signs too deep for the dumb, like perfume in the air. And when I get to heaven, I won't realize that I'm there. Shakespeare, Isaac Newton, small ideas for little boys. Adding to the background chatter, adding to the background noise. Hard to hear my oratory, hard to hear my inner voice. Van Gogh, Botticelli, scraping paint onto a board. Color is fire of madness. That's no way to praise the Lord. Gray's the color of the pious, kneel upon the misery chord. There's a message on the wind calling me to glory somewhere. There are signs too deep for the dumb, like perfume in the air. When I get to heaven, I won't realize that I'm there. I'm familiar with the cover, I don't need to read the book. I police the world of action, inside's where I never look. Got no time to feed the helpless, lotus eaters, mandarin crooks. There's a message on the wind calling me to glory somewhere. There are signs too deep for the dumb, like perfume in the air. And when I get to heaven, I won't realize that I'm there. Thanks. Thank you. So this next one's by Joni Mitchell. And it was shortly after she became sort of a superstar and was selling a lot of albums and in good with the record companies and sort of seeing what that change is like when you go from being sort of independent artist to more of a corporate situation. Usually doesn't work out too well for the music. But she got a good song out of it. This one's called Free Man in Paris. The way I see it, he said you just can't win it. Everybody's in it for their own game, they can't please them all. There's always somebody calling you down. I do my best and I do good business. There's a lot of people asking for my time, trying to get ahead, trying to be a good friend of mine. I was a free man in Paris, I felt unfettered and alive. There was nobody calling me up for favors, and no one's future to decide. You know, I'd go back there tomorrow before the work got taken on, stoking the star maker machinery behind the popular song. Screamers. Lately I wonder what I'd do it for. If I had my way, I'd just walk through the door and wander down the Champs-Élysées, going cafe to cabaret, thinking how I feel when I find that very good friend of mine. I was a free man in Paris, I felt unfettered and alive. There was nobody calling me up for favors, no one's future to decide. You know I'd go back there tomorrow before the work I've taken on, stoking the star maker's machinery behind the popular song. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. I have one last one. This one's by Bruce Cockburn, and it is pretty straightforward love song, although you have to pay attention sometimes to get that, but so using a capo on a 12 string and then changing the capo on a 12 string means there'll be some tuning involved. All right, so this one it's called Bone in My Ear. Bone in My Ear. And so, somewhat funny story, when I was searching the internet to figure out how to play this song, and I put in Bone in My Ear, my browser became completely convinced that I had tinnitus. I had a hearing problem, so I was getting all these strange things. Not that I don't, you know, but I was looking for something else. There's a bone in my ear, keep singing your name. Sometimes it's like pleasure, sometimes it's like pain. It's a small voice and quiet, but I hear it plain. There's a bone in my ear, keep singing your name. In my heart there's an image, like looking through glass. Could be looking at me, could be looking right past. I don't like it when I can't tell which is true, but I wouldn't trade the world for the picture of you. warmth in your fingers, sweat in your sheets, laid out like an offering where two currents meet. The river is dark, but the water is sweet. Wailing on the mountain, smoke on the wind. I can't drown out the whisper or the scent of your skin. I don't know where it came from, but I know where it came. There's a bone in my ear, keep singing your name. All right. Well, thank you very much. It's all I have today. See you in a couple of months. Thanks. Take care.